In our last video, we talked about rehabbing shoulder injuries, specifically rotator cuff injuries, and that I usually start by teaching a client or training a client how to gain more control of the thoracic spine, and specifically the ability to extend that thoracic spine. Once I have a client who demonstrates they have gained good control of that thoracic spine and can maintain good extension, then we'll reinforce that and, dare I say, strengthen that by giving them more complex exercises. One of my favorite is the row exercise. We often use the TRX, but there are several different ways to do a row exercise. So if I have Ren demonstrate the TRX row, the first thing I have Ren do is to demonstrate poor form, meaning he's not really using good thoracic extension. So if Ren pulls up without good thoracic extension, what you'll notice is his back is rounded, and what that does is it creates this sort of anterior position of the shoulder, which can really stress that shoulder. And if Ren was just to lift his head a little bit, look up, you'd also see it puts a lot of stress on the neck as well. So now I'll have Ren come back, and this time when he does it, he's going to initiate the motion first by getting to good thoracic extension, and then from there, he's going to pull himself up, which will allow the shoulders to stay in a much more neutral, oriented position. And you can see that the shoulder's now oriented more kind of in parallel to his torso, and a lot less stress up here at the neck. So this is a good example of an exercise to help to reinforce that thoracic extension, which is the key to reducing the strain at the shoulder or rotator cuff. Another common exercise that I use to help to strengthen or restore the function of the shoulder with rotator cuff injuries is the classic external rotation exercise. And you've probably seen this exercise at every single physical therapy office on the planet that works with rotator cuff injuries. But again, for me, the key is really coaching it from the standpoint of that thoracic extension. So if I have Ren do the classic external rotation exercise, but he does it without extending that thoracic spine, once again, you'll see a very different exercise. The shoulder, once again, tends to be kind of pitched forward, and that's a lot more strain on the rotator cuff to do this exercise. Now, if we have Ren do the same exercise and we really coach him on that thoracic extension, that's going to allow him to get in a better postural position, allowing the muscles of the scapula and even the muscles that control the scapula to function along with the exercise, making this, to me, a much more functional exercise and helping to rehabilitate an injured shoulder or specifically an injured rotator cuff.